What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be teaching you my exact strategy, and I'm going to be going over some trades we had in our community from the past week. Let's get right into it. So first, we're going to look at this chart on ES Futures. So if you look at this chart, you'll notice that I have a bunch of lines drawn out. I'm going to teach you exactly what these lines mean. First of all, you have to understand why I'm drawing these lines. As a trader, your strategy is going to consist of two main things: levels and reactions. Levels are the areas that you consider important on the charts and the areas that you're marking out on the chart. And reactions are what you expect price to do when it reaches these levels. An example of a reaction is a bounce or a rejection. So now I'm going to tell you about how exactly I find my levels. The first thing I do is I get this indicator called FXN Asian Session Range. It's completely free. You can download it right now. You just have to go up here and type in FXN Asian Session Range and click on that. Once I have this indicator, I then mark the highs and lows of each session. You can see right here we have an Asian high, then we have a London high, and then we have a New York high, which actually aligned with the London high. It was the same exact level, so I just kept that London high up right there. And then this is the important part, guys. I mark out the first 15-minute candle of the New York session. This is called the New York Open. This is a major area of liquidity because this is when the New York session opens and a lot of major banks are putting in their orders. This is the exact reason that I trade from 8:30 to 10:30. ES Futures is the most active during this time because this is when the stock market opens and the most volume is in the markets. There's also a lot of volume in the afternoon, but I prefer to trade in the morning and then go on and live my day. Once I have all these levels marked out, I then focus on reactions. The reaction I was looking for right here was a break and retest. A break and retest is when price breaks to a certain level, it comes back, it retests the level, and then it continues moving in the same direction that it broke to. You would trade this by placing your entry right at this zone right here so that when price retests this zone, you're ready. That's exactly what I did, and I got in some shorts right here and I made some money. I also called out this play in my futures game plan, which I send out every day to the Discord. You might be wondering if this strategy works with stocks, and yes, it does. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it with stocks right now. When we're looking at stocks, we're going to mark out the gaps instead of marking out the session opens. A gap is simply the distance between where price closed and then where it opened up the next day. You can see that we have a nice gap right here, and then you can see we have another beautiful gap right here. And then we have a gap up top right here. Price uses these gaps as targets. Think of these gaps as magnets. These gaps have a lot of liquidity resting around them, which means that there's a lot of orders, so price is likely to move towards these gaps. Knowing this, we can use these gaps as targets for where we expect price to go. For example, right here you could have taken call options because you expected price to bounce off this gap and then target this gap. And then when we were in this gap, you could have taken short positions or put options and then targeted the bottom of this gap right there. Using gaps as targets is called a gap fill. You're expecting price to fill the gap, which literally means price to go in the gap. Now I'm going to be showing you some results from using this strategy. This is our full profit and loss report from all of our option signals this week. You can see that we had a few losses, but then after the losses, we had a lot of big winners to make up for it. We even had a 651% gainer. Small losses do not matter because you're only losing a few percentages, but then when you have these big wins like this, you make a ton more money than you lose. This brought our total win rate for this week to 80%. You can see that premium members were able to get in on these trades and make some nice profits. Now we're looking at the profit and loss for all of our futures trades. You can see right here that we had 4 wins and 0 losses, bringing us to a 100% win rate. These are also all huge trades, so if you caught even one of these trades, you would have made a ton of money. You can see right here that we sent these trades out in a signal format, so members were able to follow along and take these trades with us. This was our entry, and then you can see we're up even more, we're up even more, we're up 135 points, 230 points, 250 points. This was a short position, so we took sell, so if the price went down, we made money. So we got in right here, price went down, everybody made a ton of money. This trade ended up going over 650 points, and if you trade futures, you know how crazy that is. Lots of people were able to pass their funded accounts using this trade. Now I'm going to show you some profits that our premium members made off these trades. Right here, my man T made a quick $400. Jay with a quick $200. Scott passed his funded account challenge. Scott is one of my one-on-one mentorship students, so he learns directly from me. If you buy lifetime premium, you do get access to a one-on-one mentorship with me where you can reach out to me. I can help you with anything you need help with. So this obviously paid out for Scott. He just passed his funded account. My man Josh made $500 trading crude oil using my strategy. One thing that's awesome about premium is once you learn my strategy, you're actually able to go out and find your own trade. So this is what Josh did right here. Giselle made about $500 overnight. She was trading a SPY call from our options watch list. My man T with a quick $330. This is Jill with $326 in profit using the break and retest strategy that I showed you at the beginning of this video. My man Gavo passed his funded account. Jesse made $1,570 right here. He was following the future signals. My man Jerb made $1,700 off that trade that I showed you on NQ that went 650 points. He made about $2,000. This was from following one of the future signals. My man Mikey made $1,570. My man T made about $900 in profit in one day, and he said that he's learned a ton. He's learning and earning, which is cool to see. My man Nick with $670 in profit. I Am Legend with a quick $730. True made $1,100 following one of those future signals. My man Jay had his first $1,000 day. This is where you make $1,000 or more in profit, and he says, why the fuck aren't you in premium? JPZY says he made some money on the toilet, so that's cool to see. This is my man Ben. His account is up 30%. He says that he's absolutely loving the option signals. He said that all the other Discords he was in, he lost money, but in this Discord, he made money. My man Types of Celery with $1,800 in profit. This was from a trade that I sent out in my futures game plan. Sam with a quick $240 in profit. Sunny made $500. This was her biggest day ever. Consistent with a quick $400. My man Z with a quick $100 profit. Nick coming back again with $340 in profit from the option signals. Nick coming back again with $340 in profit from our option signals. Josh made $387 following my futures game plan. Visme made $12,000 following my futures game plan and following one of the option signals that we sent out. Visme took the SPY trade from my game plan and took the trade on WM from our option signals. Mare made $2,222. Fimi turned $100 into $2,300, and you can see right here that he decided to withdraw $1,000 for the weekend. Christina making her first profits. Christina says this is her first time posting profits, so she's been practicing and now she finally gets to post some profits and make money. My man Yash made $1,000 on his funded account, and then he made $600 following one of our option signals. This was that break and retest setup I showed you on ES at the beginning of the video. This is Scott. He was the guy I was mentoring. I was telling you this a little earlier in the video. He has funded almost $500,000, he says. So this means that he has over $500,000 in capital available to trade with from these funded accounts. Keep in mind, he did not know how to trade 6 months ago. So he went from complete beginner to now having access to a ton of capital and making a lot of money. My man Garrett made $327 using a strategy that I talked to him about on the live stream. When I do live streams with Premium, I sit there and I answer every single question and I go in depth about all of my strategies and exactly what plays I'm looking at. So he was able to take this information, apply it, and then make some money. So this is awesome to see. Nick is up $1,200. Nick absolutely killed it this week. My man Drax made $1,300 and then he made $1,500 the next day. He was trading using our options watch list. Anthony made $2,000 this week trading futures with me. It was a great week. We made a ton of money and we caught a lot of great trades. We are going to keep cashing in, so click the link in my bio if you'd like to join the community and make some money with us. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon.